those are the ones and those are the folks that are going to overwhelm our hospitals.
Our next question is also from 10 Tampa Bay. The mayor of Miami-Dade is scaling things back and closing down places that could be hotspots for COVID-19. Will you do the same? When will it get to the point that more action needs to be taken?
So I've been pretty consistent in this comment. I prefer that we have statewide uniform policies. If we can't have a statewide policy, I'd like to see a regional policy. If it can't be regional, then we'd like to see it countywide. And certainly, if it doesn't happen, St. Pete will lead the way, and we'll take action if we need to. That's what we've done throughout this pandemic. And we've seen others that have followed suit after we've taken action. I do think that if the data that we see in the next week or two shows us that the mask mandate is not working, that we're going to end up having to take some additional actions.
Our next question is from Telemundo. Do you agree with the recent statewide order of kids returning to school?
Yeah, I think it's that order came out earlier than I certainly would have expected, especially when you see the rise that we've seen throughout the state of Florida in the number of positive tests and the number of positive cases. The one thing about that order is it appears to give individual school districts some flexibility. So that is a good thing because I think that if we don't see these numbers decrease, our districts are going to need that flexibility as opposed to having to send our kids back to school. I think there would be a lot of parents that would be upset about that. I do think what's interesting here, though, and there's a pattern that we've seen, is that for whatever reason the governor seems to be distancing himself from making these consequential decisions. This order related to schools was done by the education commissioner, wasn't done by the governor. And the previous order related to restaurants and bars was done by the Department of Professional Regulations and not by the governor. I think it's more appropriate that the governor be the one that is entering these orders. They impact the whole state. He is the leader of our state. I think he should be the one entering them. But having said that, again, I'm glad if there was an order related to education that it at least gives each of our school districts the flexibility. Because I think here in Pinellas County, if we don't see the numbers go down, I don't know how comfortable I would be sending my child to school. I think a lot of other parents would feel the same way.
No more questions, Mayor.
All right. Thank you, Yolanda. You know, friends, I know none of us, including me, enjoy wearing a mask or keeping socially distanced from friends or even family. I know when you're outside in the hot sun, it's even harder and it's more uncomfortable wearing a mask. But I want you to remember, if we can put up with being uncomfortable for hopefully only a little while longer, we can prevent going back to where only essential businesses are open, we can save lives, and we can reclaim a greater sense of normalcy. If anyone can do this, it's us, St. Pete. Thank you all.